names have been changed to protect the innocent.
This is the city. From one night to the next, it's never the same. They make it that way. Counting the suburbs, there's 4 million of them. Most of the people have something to add. A few of them are out to take it away. In my job, they're the ones who keep you on the move. I'm a cop. It was Wednesday, September 28th. We were working the night watch out of homicide detail. My partner's Ed Jacobs. The boss is Thad Brown, chief of detectives. My name's Friday. It was 11:48 p.m. when I got back from the crime lab. The call came in a few hours before. An attractive blonde secretary was found beaten to death in a downtown office building. A length of steel pipe wrapped in heavy paper was on the floor beside her. There was no trace of the killer, no apparent motive for the killing. For every murder, there's at least one of each. We had to find him. Hi, Opie.
Hi, Joe.
You seen Jacobs around the last half hour? I was supposed to meet him here.
Yeah, he's come and gone. Still around the building, though. He just had a call.
Oh, what about? Do you know?
Yeah. He was on that killing tonight. Call came from one of the cruiser cars checking the neighborhood down where it happened.
Mm-hmm. They find something?
Picked up a guy about 3 blocks from the murder scene. He was acting suspicious. Been in the cruiser car, figured maybe you'd want to talk to him.
They're bringing the man in now, are they?
Yeah, You've been over checking at the crime lab?
Yeah, there's not much. The murder weapon's all we got so far. A piece of pipe with heavy manila paper wrapped around it.
Latent prints do any good?
Well, they lifted a lot of fingerprints. They all belong to the victim. None of them are foreign.
Have you got a toothpick, Joe? I had corn on the cob for dinner tonight.
Yeah, there's sure. Usually some in this top drawer, isn't it? Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, Joe. I understand it wasn't much to look at, the killing, I mean.
It was a pretty vicious thing. The girl took a terrible beating.
Who found the body?
One of the scrub women in the building. It was an office up on the 9th floor. Import-export company. Victim was a secretary there. Pretty girl.
She dead long?
Must have happened around 7 o'clock tonight, I figured. It's just a guess.
What's the girl's name? She been identified yet?
Yeah, 𝕟𝕚𝕚𝕚. Her boss is out of town. She was working in the office alone. No one suspicious was seen entering or leaving the office around the time of the murder. No one we know of, anyway.
It's going to take a lot of checking. Any ideas what the motive could have been?
Well, it wasn't robbery. They didn't keep any cash in the office. And as far as we know, the girl wasn't carrying much money. We'll start making the rounds in the morning, checking with her friends, see what we can pick up.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, how are you, Ed?
Bring the guy in yet, Ed?
Mm-hmm. Lopey brief you about it, Joe?
Yeah, a cruiser car picked up a suspicious-looking guy out near the scene of the murder. That about the size of it?
A little more than that. They found the man beating his head against a brick wall in a back alley, about 2 blocks from the office building where we found the body.
Mm-hmm.
The guy had been drinking heavily when they picked him up. He was pretty far gone. Kept mumbling something about how he didn't deserve to live, how he was a murderer, killer, not too coherent.
Did they ask him about the dead girl, 𝕟𝕚𝕚𝕚?
Yeah, but the stuff he said didn't make much sense. He sobered up a little since they picked him up. Might as well see what we can get out of him before we book him in, huh? Got him in the interrogation room now.
Okay, we'll give it a try. Any calls come in, you know where to find us, Lopey, huh?
Right, Joe. See you later.
All right, thanks.
Joe,
Yeah.
you checked the crime lab?
Mm-hmm. About all we're sure of is a murder weapon. No prints, no other physical evidence.
Maybe it won't matter. Got half an idea we might have the killer now.
The guy they picked up, how'd he figure?
Just a hunch. I don't think he's drunk as he pretends.
Well, we're going to have to place him a lot closer to the murder scene than 2 blocks away. We can't prove a thing the way it stands.
I was downstairs when they brought the man in and talked to him while we were bringing him up to the interrogation room.
Mm-hmm.
Told me he knows the dead girl.
All right.
Said he was with her an hour before she died.
Thorough investigation of the murder scene by the crime lab failed to turn up anything in the way of leads. They knew they had the murder weapon, and that was all. The deputy coroner arrived and removed the body to the county morgue for posting. At 10 o'clock that night, 3 hours after the approximate time of the Pryor girl's death, officers in a cruiser car patrolling the area found a drunken man butting his head against a cement wall and muttering incoherently about a murder. The man was picked up and taken downtown to the interrogation room where Ed and I questioned him. We talked to him a full hour before he began to make sense. He gave his name as Robert French, age 34, an unemployed engineer. While we questioned him, Becker and Encinas from Homicide checked the hotel room where French had told Ed he was staying.
I don't know. I guess I had 3-4 drinks at Dusty's place, and I went down the street to the Blue Canary. Had some more drinks there. I don't remember what happened after that. I wasn't feeling so good.
You say you were drinking at Dusty's place around 7 p.m., that right, French?
I suppose so. I wasn't watching the clock. I guess it was around 7.
Did you talk to anybody while you were in the bar?
Oh, no, just a bartender. His name's Sarge. I don't know his last name. He'll tell you I was there.
What time was it when you got to Dusty's place, Frank?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. For sure, about 6:30. Sarge would probably tell you. The bartender would tell you.
A little while ago, you told us you knew Adele Pryor.
Yeah, I knew her. I used to work for her husband. Rex's husband. I mean, they've been divorced 7, 8 years now.
You said you saw Adele Pryor in her office late this afternoon, French. What was the reason for the visit?
I borrowed a couple of dollars from her. She was always pretty good that way. Nice kid. I don't know anybody want to kill her like that.
How about the show you were putting on out in the street tonight, French? Beating your head against that wall. Now, what was that all about?
Drunk. Really drunk. Just felt so long. I wanted to kill myself. Just lay down and die.
Well, how's that? You remorseful? You felt sorry for something you'd done? Is that it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think any special reason for it. When I get that way, I just keep thinking I want to die.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got the nerve for it, though. Like my old man used to say, I haven't got the nerve to do anything right. I just wasn't born that way. I guess that's it.
You use narcotics, French?
No. I ain't even got the nerve for that. Booze, that's all. That's good enough for me. Hey, think we can go out for a cup of coffee, maybe? I could use it.
We can have some brought in. Do you want to check with Lope? He's usually got a pot on the stove in there, huh?
Yeah, okay.
And see if those 2 men have checked back in yet, will you?
Right.
Appreciate it, Sergeant. Sure gonna be mean when this booze wears off.
I'd like to ask you a little more about the Pryor girl, French. Just how well did you know her?
Not too well. I guess I used to see her maybe once a month.
Mm-hmm. Up there at her office?
Yeah, that's right. Nice girl. Whenever I was broke, I could always depend on her for a couple of bucks. I liked her. Nice person.
Did you ever go out with her?
Oh, no, never did. No romance stuff. I didn't like her that way. She was a good person. We got along okay.
Want a cigarette?
No, thanks. Not full of cotton already.
How about this business of Adele Pryor lending you money? She think quite a bit of you, did she?
Well, I did her a couple of favors once when I was working for her husband, and she was still married to him. She was going out with a guy she liked on the side. She was out with this guy once. I saw them together, and she asked me not to say anything, so I didn't. Before she got a divorce, I used to cover up for her all the time. She never forgot it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. How about when you saw her in her office tonight, French? How'd she seem to you, all right then?
Well, yeah, same as ever. I asked her if she could lend me a $5. She did, and I left. It was about 6:15, I guess.
Was there anyone else in the office when you left?
Yeah. There was a guy waiting in the little reception room there. I don't know who he was.
You remember what he looked like?
Yeah, a little taller than I am, I guess. My age, had a gray suit on, black hair, kind of dark complexion. I didn't take a good look at him, no.
You think you'd know him if you ever saw him again?
I'm not sure. Maybe I would. He had a medium build. I think maybe I knew him.
You say he was waiting in the reception room when you left, huh?
Yeah. When I walked out, he got up and started in the office. That's the last I saw him.
What was that?
I said that's the last I saw him.
Joe, see you a minute?
Yeah. Yeah.
Beckner and Encinas have checked in. Just got back from going over French's hotel room.
What'd they find?
White shirt, pair of brown shoes, pair of dark trousers.
What about him?
Blood stains on all of them.
The stained pieces of clothing found in the suspect's hotel room were delivered to Lieutenant Lee Jones at the crime lab for detailed examination. We had French checked through R&I. He had no previous criminal record. Ed and I continued to question the suspect until 4 a.m. He denied any knowledge or complicity in the killing of 28-year-old Adele Pryor. He told us the blood-stained clothing in his hotel room was the result of an accident that he'd been in 2 weeks before when he'd been drinking heavily. French kept insisting that we check on the dark-haired man who'd been waiting in the reception room of the Pryor girl's office the night before when French left her. We gave the description of the unidentified suspect along with the M.O. to the stats office, requesting them to furnish us with any information regarding any assaults or any solved or unsolved murder. At 4:15 a.m., we booked in Robert French at the main jail on suspicion of 187 PC, murder. The next morning at 10 a.m., the legwork began. Lopez and Beckner from Homicide started checking on the background and the alibi of the suspect, Robert French. It didn't hold much water. None of the people at either of the bars where French said he'd been drinking at the time of the murder could definitely vouch for his presence, but they all volunteered the information that no matter how much he drank, French was never violent toward other people, only himself. Lopez and Beckner continued investigating the suspect while Ed and I checked on the background of the victim, Adele Pryor. At 8:25 p.m., we got back to the office.
Hi, I've been waiting for you two.
Wolpe?
You and Beckner do any good?
Nothing to celebrate over. Long day, tired feet.
Anything new at all?
Maybe French is our man. You can't prove it by me. Every place we checked, everybody we talked to, the same answer.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy with a good education. He's on the bottle and out of work. Everybody seems to like him. He gets drunk, but he never bothers anybody. That's about the worst anybody can say about him. He drinks too much.
How about his being friends with the dead girl? Did you dig up anything there?
Yeah, but it only proves he was telling you the truth. As far as we could find out, there's nothing going on between the two of them. Everything we got, it only verifies what he told you. He had no interest in the girl except to borrow off her when he was broke.
Mm-hmm. You got in touch with the girl's ex-husband, did you?
Yeah, but we couldn't add anything. We're all clear there. By the way, Lee Jones called from the crime lab just before you came in.
What do you have, Loki?
Well, he finished testing the bloodstains on those clothes they found in French's hotel room. None of the stains on them matched the victim's blood type. Another dead end.
Man, it's hard to figure.
Sure got me stopped.
Oh, this just came in. Report for you from the stats office. He asked me to make a run for you on something last night.
Mm-hmm.
What's it look like?
Doesn't help much. Looks like more legwork.
What's that, Joe?
Well, French told us when he left the 𝕟𝕚𝕚 last night, there was a man in the reception room waiting to see her. He gave us the guy's description, and the stats office made a run on it for us. It's the best one they got.
Yeah.
Guy's name is William Tanner, WMA, 32 years old, 5'9", 160 pounds, dark hair, dark complexion.
Fits the description French gave us of the guy.
Yeah, well, the rest of it's a lot closer to home.
How do you mean?
William Tanner was a prominent suspect in the Donaldson murder last September. The testimony of friends and relatives subsequently cleared him. The Donaldson murder is still unsolved, you know.
Mm-hmm. What's the point?
Well, the same thing that killed Donaldson killed 𝕟𝕚𝕚.
How do you mean?
Piece of steel pipe wrapped in paper. To the working detective assigned to examine a criminal case, the element of coincidence, when it occurs, generally serves to complicate any investigation. Toward the solution of the crime, coincidence may mean a lot or it may mean nothing. In any event, it can't be dismissed. This time, we had two examples of coincidence to deal with. A girl had been beaten to death in an office building. Within 2 blocks of the murder, we found a man, fairly well acquainted with the victim, who admitted to seeing the girl within an hour of her death. Primary investigation uncovered some facts which tend to incriminate the man, some facts which tend to prove him innocent. Is his presence in the immediate neighborhood of the killing only coincidental, or was he there at the particular time for the purpose of murder? We didn't know. By the same token, a man by the name of William Tanner was suspected 1 year before of beating an elderly woman to death with an identical murder weapon, a length of steel pipe wrapped in paper. This same person, William Tanner, matched the description of a man reportedly seen entering 𝕟𝕚𝕚's office shortly before she was murdered. Tanner also had a criminal record of 1 conviction for assault. Maybe it was a lead, maybe it was nothing. It had to be checked out. We showed Tanner's mugshot to our first murder suspect, Robert French, but he failed to identify it. When we found that William Tanner had moved from his last known address, we checked with his next of kin, his brother, Martin Tanner. He was with the city fire department. We found him on duty at the neighborhood fire station on Norwich Avenue.
No, I'm afraid not, Sergeant. I haven't seen my brother Bill in 3 weeks now. If he's not at his apartment, I couldn't tell you where to find him.
We tried the last address we had on him. He wasn't there. 8625 Norman Road.
Oh, no, I moved out of there 6, 7 months ago. Got his new address in my locker upstairs. I can give it to you before you go if you want.
We'd appreciate it, yeah.
What's the boss, Sergeant? My brother in some kind of trouble again, I guess, huh?
Just a routine check.
You sound like you almost expect your brother to be in trouble, Tanner.
Tell you the truth, I guess I do. Don't know what's happened to Bill. Excuse me a minute. No, it's not our call.
How would you mean that, Tanner? What's happened to your brother?
Tell you the truth, I don't know. Bill and I used to live together with our mother. Ma died about 2 years ago. I don't think Bill ever really got over it. He was a lot closer to Ma than I was.
I see.
After she died, he drank quite a bit for a while, and he tried women, lots of them. After that, he seemed to turn to religion. At first, we thought that'd help, and would have, too, except that he's an odd guy. Finds a way of distorting the Bible. Seems to go to extremes, that kind of thing.
Do you know any of your brother's close friends by any chance?
Oh, a few of them, I guess. I've been over to Bill's apartment from time to time the last couple of months. He's introduced me to a few people.
Mm-hmm. Do you know any of his women friends?
Yeah, I do. 2 or 3 of them.
How about the name of 𝕟𝕚𝕚? Mean anything to you?
Would she be kind of a pretty girl? Blonde hair, nice clothes?
Yeah, that's right.
Have you met her, Tanner?
Yeah, Bill had me meet her once. Seemed to like her quite a bit. Why?
Was he pretty serious about her, or would you know that?
Yeah, he was serious about her, all right. He told me that. I don't think it worked both ways, though. Looked to me like she was playing the field. Bill took it way too serious.
How do you mean, Tanner?
Well, they went together steady for a while, and they broke it up. She did, I mean.
Mm-hmm. How'd your brother take that?
Not so good. I remember the night about a month ago. Never saw Bill like that before. Real bad shape. Wasn't drinking either.
That's so?
Never saw Bill like that in my life.
Like what, Tanner?
Off his head, he could have gone out and killed the girl.
Before we left the fire station, we got William Tanner's new address from his brother Martin. It was the same address as that of the murdered girl, 𝕟𝕚𝕚, an apartment house close by the intersection of Wilshire and La Brea. Tanner's apartment was on the 3rd floor, just down the hall from the Pryor girl's apartment, but Tanner wasn't there. The apartment house manager told us that he'd moved out the night before without leaving any forwarding address. Ed put in a call to the suspect's place of business, an industrial chemical company where Tanner was employed as assistant office manager.
What was the reason, sir? Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, thank you very much, sir. We'll be checking with you later. Bye.
What'd he say?
Tanner left yesterday, quit without giving notice. Told him he had a better job lined up.
Where?
South America.
Saturday, October 1st, 8 a.m. We got out a broadcast and an APB on murder suspect William Tanner. We checked with the local U.S. State Department office, but they had no record of granting a passport recently to a William Tanner to travel in a South American country. We talked to the various consulates in the city representing South American nations, but none of them had issued a visa to a William Tanner recently or anyone answering his description. Together with Lopez and Beckner from Homicide, Ed and I continued the search for the missing suspect. The deeper we checked into his background, the more we became convinced that mentally Tanner was far from normal. Most of the people who knew the suspect told us the same story his brother had given us. In recent months, Tanner had taken strongly to religion. He attended revival meetings and similar religious exercises every night in the week. He talked nothing but repentance. He quoted the scriptures constantly. He adopted the habit of carrying a Bible with him wherever he went, reading from it aloud every chance he got. He kept urging his friends to join him in being saved. On Monday, October 3rd, we began a check of the various revival halls. On Wednesday, October 5th, we found him. He was attending a gospel revival in a meeting hall in the south end of the city. He told us he had a room in a small hotel directly above the meeting hall, but he seemed reluctant to take us up there. While Lopez and Beckner got a passkey from the manager and went up to check the room, Ed and I questioned Tanner.
I was sorry to hear about Adele, what happened to her. It's a terrible thing, isn't it?
Yes, sir. We understand you knew Adele Pryor fairly well, Mr. Tanner. That's correct?
Yes, that's correct. I liked her quite a bit at one time. We used to see a lot of each other. I was engaged to her, you know.
How is it you never married Tanner? Did she break off the engagement?
Oh, no. I was lucky. I found out in time. I broke off with her.
What do you mean you found out in time? What'd you find out?
I found the truth, Sergeant, the everlasting word. For know this and understand that no unclean person or covetous one has any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and God. For these have given themselves up in despair to sensuality, greedily practicing every kind of uncleanness. Do not then become partakers with them. That's the everlasting word, Sergeant. The holy book.
Yes, sir, but I'm not quite sure I follow you.
Open your eyes and ears to the everlasting word, and you will know and understand all things. It's very simple, officer. I don't want to say anything uncharitable about her. Adele wasn't for me. I'm glad I found out in time, that's all.
When's the last time you saw her, Tanner? You remember?
No, I don't. Not exactly. I think I saw her a week or so before it happened, before they found her dead.
Where was it you saw her?
How's that?
I say, where was it the last time you saw her?
On the street. It was downtown somewhere. I passed her on the street.
You used to live in the same apartment house she did, isn't that right? Right down the hall from her?
Yes, I did. Why?
And for a full week, you didn't happen to see the Pryor girl around the apartment building at all?
No, that's right. When I broke off with Adele, that was it. I had no reason to see her anymore.
It's not too clear, Tanner. It doesn't jive with what we've been told about you and the Pryor girl.
Well, they're lies, of course. I suppose you know that. Adele was a beautiful girl, very beautiful. A lot of men she knew were jealous of me.
Well, now, the way we understand it, Tanner, you never did break off with Miss Pryor. You were going around with her, and you were seen with her right up to the day of her death.
Well, that's certainly a lie. I can prove that. As soon as I found out about Adele, that was weeks before she was killed. As soon as I found out, that was the end. I broke off with her right away.
I'd like to know what you're referring to, Tanner. You found out what?
Adele. She was one of those.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry, she was. A sinner. I almost went out of my mind when I found out she knew it was wrong. She must have known. It's right there in the book for anybody to read. Do not let sin reign in your mortal body so that you obey its lusts.
What are you trying to tell us?
It was terrible. She sinned all the time. She committed terrible sins. Come on over to the side there with me. I can tell you all about her. I'd just as soon nobody heard us.
Sure, go ahead.
This'll be all right here.
Just one question before you get started.
Yes?
You ever visit Adele Pryor at her place of business downtown at her office?
No, I never did. Why?
Did you visit Adele Pryor at her office the day she was killed?
The Lord is my witness, Sergeant. I have nothing to fear. Why should you ask me that question?
We have a report you were seen going into the office less than an hour before the Pryor girl was murdered. I'd like to have you clarify that for us, if you would.
Why, certainly, it's a lie.
You sure you weren't in that office with her just before she died?
Let me tell you about her sins. There was never anything as evil as this, Sergeant.
Is that right?
Yes, it was a terrible shock. I liked Adele. I think I loved her. We'd been going out for 2 months. Sometimes I'd take her here so she could learn about the everlasting word, so she could know about the terrible sins some people commit. Drinking and parties and carrying on. Things that no one should do, especially girls like Adele. Beautiful girl.
How can you be sure she was doing anything wrong, Tanner? Do you have any real proof of it?
Everything, Sergeant. Just knowing she was sinning against the Lord.
Did you know of any of the other men she went out with?
They were sinful, I knew that. They only liked Adele because she was beautiful.
Did you know any of the men? Did you know for a fact there was anything wrong?
I knew everything, Sergeant. She was a beautiful girl, and I thought she was a woman of the Lord, and I wanted her for my wife. But she gave in to sin.
I guess that's her business, Tanner, how she lived. We're trying to find out how she died.
Well, just let me tell you about it. I'd lie there in the dark in my room upstairs and wait to hear her come in down the hall. It was always late. 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd hear her come in.
Well, you still haven't told us, Tanner. What about the men she went out with, the Pryor girl?
Slaves of the devil, every one of them.
All right, you want to tell us, mister, how about it? Is that what made you do it?
Oh, wait a minute. You don't wait to listen. You say, made me do it. Made me do what?
I think you know what I mean, Tanner. You want to tell us now?
It's a terrible thing, all this sin around us. It's a grave thing, the whole world. There's not one just man. There is none who understands. There's none who seeks after God. There's none who does good. No, not even one. Their throat is an open sepulchre, and with their tongues they have dealt deceitfully. The venom of asps is beneath their lips. Their mouths are full of cursing and bitterness. Destruction and misery are in their ways, and the path of peace they have not known. There is no fear of God before their eyes. No fear of God.
Well, yes, sir. We'd still like an answer to our question. Maybe we could talk it out a little better downtown.
The wisdom and the knowledge is here and now. I knew Adele and her terrible sins. They had to be paid for. Adele had to pay for every one of them.
You want to get to the point, mister. Now, what is it? What are you trying to tell us?
The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the charity of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all. Amen. She sinned and she died.
Yeah.
In the name of God, in the name of our Lord. Amen. I killed her.
William Harold Tanner was brought downtown immediately, where he volunteered a complete statement admitting full guilt for the murder of Adele Pryor. Blood-stained clothing found in his room corroborated his story. He gave us the details of how he murdered Adele Pryor because she spurned his attentions. We began questioning him about the Donaldson murder, which had taken place more than a year before and which was still unsolved. The victim, 64-year-old Louise Donaldson, had met death in the same manner as Adele Pryor.
No, I didn't know the old lady, but she had money. I'd been told that. I was broke and I needed the money, so I thought it'd be a good thing.
This was in September a year ago that you murdered her?
Yes, sir, September, all right. She was all alone. She didn't have anybody. She was sick. I probably did her a favor.
Now, your package here says you figured in the investigation on the plot to blow up the Rexmore Hotel about 3 years ago, homemade bomb planted in the basement of the hotel.
Yeah, that was mine 3 years ago in September. You never could have traced it. It's too bad the bomb didn't go off. I hated those hotel people.
Is that right? What was the matter?
Well, I worked at that hotel once, you know. I worked hard, too. One Saturday, they held up my paycheck. I didn't get it until the next Tuesday. I never forgot that. September.
September? Well, what would that have to do with it?
I don't know, really. September's always been the time, that's all. I always seem to work into some kind of trouble. Every September. I don't know what it is. It just seems to be the best time, September. It's always September.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't want to kill Adele. There wasn't anything else I could do. She was a sinner.
Yeah.
Drinking and running around, she committed sins all the time, the worst kinds of sins. Terrible.
Yeah, well, maybe you better check the book, Tanner. You're way ahead of her.
What do you mean?
What kind of sin's worse than murder?
On January 10th, trial was held in Superior Court, Department 87, City and County of Los Angeles, State of California. In a moment, the results of that trial. The suspect was examined by 3 psychiatrists appointed by the state and found to be sane at the time of the murders. He was tried and convicted of first-degree murder, 2 counts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
This is the city. One of the biggest in the United States. Spreads out in all four directions like a broadloom rug. To the south and west, it's the downtown business district. To the east, the industrial area. Los Angeles, California. It's pretty much like your town. This is a Spanish priest, one of the city's founders. It's changed a lot since then. It's got high-tension wires bringing in the power and bus lines to get you where you're going. It's got railroads and freight yards. Churches, any kind you want. Public parks and lakes. It's got a police department. And a city hall. This is where I work. I'm a cop. It was Thursday, July 17th. It was sultry in Los Angeles. We were working the day watch out of robbery detail. My partner's Ed Jacobs. The boss is Captain Didion. My name's Friday. It was 1:35 p.m. when we got back to the city hall. 9 months before, a jewelry salesman was slugged and robbed of $20,000 in precious stones. It took us weeks of investigation before we discovered the man responsible for the holdup. It took more weeks of legwork to gather all the evidence. We needed one more thing. His statement. Ed, you want to call the captain? He said he'd be in the corner pocket.
Yeah, fine.
I'd still like to know what this is all about, Sergeant, dragging me down here in the middle of the
Captain
day.
Didion,
Hold it a minute, Garvey.
Yeah, thanks. Hi, Skipper. This is Jacobs. We just got back. Yeah. All of them? Good. Right. We're in your office. Yeah, thanks.
The others check in all right?
Yeah, I just got back. Worked out fine.
Would you please explain what this is about? Why have you brought me down here?
We think you know why.
I don't. I haven't any idea. You take me away from my store on a busy day, you put a police guard on it, you insist on bringing me down here. What's it all about? Now tell me.
You tell us, Mr. Garvey.
Tell you about what?
The jewel robbery 9 months ago, the holdup.
What holdup? My store hasn't been robbed.
We're talking about your friend, Thomas Ashley.
Ashley? What about him?
We think you remember it 9 months ago, the parking lot back of the building down on 4th Street.
Oh, yes, surely. Some holdup man slugged him, stole his case of samples. I remember it now, yeah. Poor Tom. The thief made a big haul, didn't he?
Unset diamonds, $20,000 worth.
Yeah, I remember it now. I don't think Tom's gotten over it yet. I was a jewelry salesman for the same company at the time. You know, the same company Tom was working for, I mean.
Yeah, we know.
Some of the big bosses thought Tom had a hand in it. They figured it was a put-up job. Nothing was further from the truth.
That's so?
Of course, I know Tom. Close friend of mine. He wouldn't be mixed up in a deal like that. Tom and I worked out of the same office for years. We've had him over to the house for dinner. We've even been on vacations together. One of the most honest men I know.
You sure about that, are you?
Of course I'm sure. Say, that isn't why you called me down here, is it? You don't think Tom had anything to do with that robbery, do you? You don't think he was in on it?
He had nothing to do with it. Think you know that as well as we do.
Then why am I here? There's nothing I can tell you about the holdup, only what I heard from Tom, what I read in the newspapers.
Now, you can tell us a lot more, Garvey. We didn't bring you down here just to pass the time of day.
Tom was slugged and his sample case of stones was taken. That's all I can tell you.
You're a liar, mister.
What?
You engineered the whole thing. We know it, and so do you.
Is this some kind of a joke? If it is, I think it's in bad taste.
It's a long way from a joke, Garvey. You planned the job, you got the loot. We can give you chapter and verse.
I really think you're serious. You think I robbed Tom?
We got it past the thinking stage, Garvey. We already told you. We know you robbed him.
Now, wait a minute. This thing's ridiculous. The whole idea is ridiculous. I don't know who gave you the so-called information on me, but it's wrong. Nothing further from the truth.
Nobody gave us the information. We got it ourselves.
You're really serious, are you? I robbed Tom, and you can prove I did.
You're getting the idea.
I don't know what to say. It's fantastic. I robbed my best friend, Tom Ashley, 9 months ago. I have $20,000 worth of diamonds, and you can prove it.
Every bit of it. What about it?
I think you're out of your mind. My name is Ernest George Garvey. Are you sure I'm the man you want? There couldn't be a mistake.
There's no mistake.
This thing would be funny if I didn't think you were serious. Let me ask you just one question. Maybe that'll clear it up for you.
Yeah?
If I held up Tom Ashley, how is it he didn't recognize me?
You know better than that, Garvey.
What?
You didn't hold up Tom Ashley yourself. You had someone do it for you.
Oh, cloak and dagger, huh? I'm afraid this is getting a little too wild for me, Sergeant. Maybe you can waste your time making ridiculous charges. I can't. I'm going back to my store.
It's a weak bluff, mister. It's not going to do it.
Excuse me, are you sure you two men haven't been drinking?
Sit down, Garvey.
I told you, I'm going back to my store.
Sit down.
You have no right to keep me here. Ridiculous charges. You think I'm one of those cheap hoodlums you're used to dealing with?
Now, come off it, mister. You got a $5,000 car and a $40,000 home. That doesn't rate you special treatment. You're a thief. You know it as well as we do.
I don't have to take this from you.
You haven't got much choice, mister. We just finished 5 months' legwork proving it.
Proving what?
Sit down. You engineered that holdup. We know who you got to do it. We know how it was carried out. We know how you planned on disposing of the diamonds. We know who your fence was. We know what the split was. We know what you did with part of the money. We know how much you got left.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
What can I say? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Any way you want it, Mr. Garvey.
Maybe you'd like to tell me why I did all this.
You know it better than we do.
No, I mean it. Tell me.
You weren't making enough money at your job to suit yourself, suit your wife either.
It's pretty good. Marilyn get a big kick out of that.
All right, mister. We can wait it out as long as you want. We spent 9 months on it already. Another few days aren't going to make that much difference.
Just as a matter of curiosity, how'd you first start off on this tangent? Whatever gave you an idea that I had anything to do with the holdup?
When you started to spend money, new car, new office for yourself, new fur coat for your wife, transferred your 2 children to that private school.
That makes a holdup man out of me because I wanted to send my kids to a better school?
Where'd the money come from? Can you explain that?
Don't you think that's my business, Sergeant? Where I get my money, what I do with it?
Not when you get it stealing.
I'm afraid you're going just a little too far. You insist I'm a thief, I'm going to insist you prove it.
All right, have a look over here, Mr. Garvey.
Yes?
Some of the reports in the investigation, reams of them. They cover everything from the time of the jewel robbery up to late yesterday. Now, it's all right there. Everything from the crime report to signed statements.
How could that concern me?
3/4 of the stuff concerns you. Have a look for yourself.
I still can't get it straight in my mind. What makes you think I had anything to do with that robbery?
Do you know what this is, Garvey, this machine here?
No, some kind of recording apparatus.
That's right, it's a tape recorder.
You've been taking down this conversation. Why?
No, not this one. We've been recording every conversation that took place in your office for the past 4 months, every word.
What do you mean?
Just that, Garvey. Every time you talked on the phone, every visitor you had, it's all down on tape. 25 reels of it.
Interesting. Is that supposed to frighten me?
We don't care if it frightens you or not. Something else.
Yes?
Reports on what you've been doing for the last 4 months. Daily reports, every movement you made.
Is that so?
Everywhere you went, everyone you talked to, everything you did. You like to hear a sample?
This must be some kind of a joke. That's the only explanation I can think of.
May 12th, Thursday. Sergeants Bitteroff and Rafferty. Those are the 2 officers who were tailing you at the time. You checked in at your new office at 9:38 a.m. At 10:03 a.m., you had a visitor, a Kenneth Tyson. You talked to him in your office. The conversation's recorded. Tyson left at 10:18 a.m. At 10:32 a.m., you left your office.
If you're trying to impress me, I'm afraid it isn't working out very well.
Care for a cigarette, Garvey?
No, thanks. I have my own.
All right.
I've wasted enough time. Exactly what's the point of all this?
It's pretty simple. You're responsible for a robbery. We can prove it. We're giving you a chance to make a statement.
It's nonsense.
Is it?
Of course. People following me, checking everything I do, where I spend my money, where I send my kids to school. What's it all about? It doesn't make sense.
Okay, Garvey, we've said it before. We can wait it out as long as you want.
Look, let's get this thing straight. Let's go back to the beginning and take it step by step.
Okay, fine.
The holdup was last fall, wasn't it? Sometime in October?
October 7th, Monday, 5:20 in the afternoon.
All right, now just what am I supposed to have done? None of your vague references about a new coat for my wife or where I send my kids to school. Let's have some facts.
Joe?
All right, Garvey. You went to work as a jewelry salesman for the company 10 years ago. Your friend Tom Ashley, the victim, started the same year. The 2 of you have been pretty close friends.
That's right, I told you that.
We'll skip the rest of your background for now. 2 weeks before the robbery on September 24th, you had a meeting with a Kenneth Tyson. You met him in a cafeteria on South Broadway. Tyson's 19 years old. He lives with an older sister. He works in a gas station on Olympic Boulevard. He's done some work in your car for you. That's how you happen to know him.
Yes, I think I remember the boy. I don't know him well, though. I don't recall the meeting either.
You know the boy very well. At the time of the meeting, you promised him $1,000 if he'd hold up your friend Tom Ashley.
Ridiculous.
Tyson agreed to it, and you briefed him on the plan. The following day, you gave him a gun, a .32 caliber Smith & Wesson, serial number 362744.
Nonsense. Where did you get that information?
Tyson.
He's lying. Believe me, if he told you that, he's lying. Is he the one who robbed Tom?
October 7th, at your direction, he was in the parking lot behind the Hunter Crosswell building. Tom Ashley came out to get in his car. He had a case of sample diamonds with him. Tyson held him up, slugged him, took the stones, and got away.
Of course, it's obvious. Tyson's trying to say I put him up to it. He's trying to get out of it that way.
I'm afraid not, Garvey. The boy couldn't have carried off the holdup by himself.
Of course he could. It's obvious he's trying to cover up.
There were 6 people in the company you worked for who knew that on Mondays, Ashley always took the case of sample diamonds along when he made his calls. Only on Mondays. You were one of the people who knew that.
I suppose you've considered the other 5 people?
They were all checked out at the time. They were all cleared, you along with them.
Well, I'm not clear anymore, is that it? This young hoodlum Tyson, you're willing to take his word over mine.
After the robbery, he took the case of diamonds to you. That was the next day. You paid him $500 and promised him the other $500 when you got rid of the stone.
Oh, I suppose I've gotten rid of them, or do I still have them? Which?
2 months after the holdup, you contacted a fence up in San Francisco. You drove up there and sold him some of the stones. He broke them up, and then he sold them. We know who he sold them to. We know what he got for them.
This fence, he's supposed to be another good friend of mine?
You're still doing business with him. His name's Fred Lawrence.
It's a new one on me. I don't know any Fred Lawrence. Can't even recall the name.
Maybe this will help you, Garvey. Listen to him on the tape recorder.
What's all this about?
Phone conversation, Garvey. One of the things we recorded from your office. Let's see, this one was on March 18th.
I always thought wiretapping was against the law, or do you pay any attention to that?
We didn't tap your telephone line. We recorded everything from dictagraphs we installed in your store and back in your office. They started recording the day you moved in. That was March the 1st, wasn't it?
I don't know why you're telling me. I can sue you for that, you know. I can sue you for your last dollar.
All we're concerned with right now is Fred Lawrence. You say you don't know him. I'd like to have you listen to this, recorded March 18th in your office. All right?
Yeah, Mary. Mr. Lawrence? Yeah, sure. Put him on. Hi, Fred. How are you? That's so. Good. No, everything's fine. No heat at all. No, Tyson's all right. Believe me, he's a good kid. Right? Yeah, all right. Where? Well, I don't know. It might not be so good if you're seen coming here. Oh, 8 o'clock, 8:30. Okay, fine. It's close to 8:30, so you can make it, huh? Right, Fred. Goodbye.
You recognize that, Garvey? Garvey?
I understand they can do clever things with tape recorders nowadays. There's a way of piecing words together, isn't there? They can record your voice and then fix a tape. Take a simple sentence and change the words around to mean just the opposite.
You can examine the tape if you like. We didn't make a splice in it. All you'll find in it are the usual factory splices, just the way it came from the manufacturer.
What difference does it make anyway? Nothing criminal about that conversation, nothing at all.
You told us a few minutes ago you didn't know Fred Lawrence. You never heard of him. On that recording, sounds like you know him pretty well.
It's a fairly common name, wouldn't you say? Must be quite a few Fred Lawrences. I didn't happen to remember the name right off.
How about Tyson?
What?
Tyson. You told us you didn't know him well at all.
I don't.
Didn't sound that way on the tape. You were telling Lawrence he was all right. You said, believe me, he's a good kid. How about it, mister?
How about what? Is this some kind of a frame? What are you trying to make me say?
We're not going to make you say anything, Garvey. We work robbery detail. That's the job, robberies. They pay us to clean them up.
I can pay you.
What?
Never mind, I didn't mean that. I meant I pay my taxes, I pay your salaries, I help to anyway. I don't know why I have to be treated like this.
No reason to make a big headache out of this for everybody, Garvey. You engineered a holdup and we can prove it. We're giving you a chance to make a statement, that's all.
I've got nothing to say. Make a statement about what? All you're going on is hearsay, circumstantial evidence. You can't say I planned that robbery.
You admit you know Tyson. You know him well.
I don't. I admit nothing.
What about the phone conversation?
It's a fake. They phony those things up all the time. You know it as well as I do.
You admitted you know Fred Lawrence. We proved that on the recording.
I admit nothing.
You don't even know Tyson. Is that what you want to say?
I know him, that's all. He worked on my car a couple of times. I don't know him well.
I'd like to play you another recording, Garvey.
Waste of time. I haven't got the whole day to spend here. I've got to get back to my store. I've got a business to operate.
Won't take very long. Here we are, April 5th.
A lot of foolishness anyway. How do I know how you made those recordings? You could have gotten actors, made them up yourselves. There weren't any dictagraphs. How did you make those things?
There were dictagraphs, Garvey. You remember before you moved in that new suite of offices, you had them redecorated?
Yes.
There were sound technicians from our crime lab out there working side by side with the painters, carpenters. They installed dictagraphs in your store, back in your offices. They bugged the entire place.
Wiretapping. I'll bring this into court if it's the last thing I do.
We already told you, Garvey, it's not wiretapping. We didn't touch your phone lines. We didn't have to.
Invasion of privacy. I'm going to bring this into court.
All right, let's hear this recording. It might clear up a few things, huh?
Clear up what? What are you trying to prove?
Okay, Joe.
Yeah, okay. Date on this is April 5th.
Come on in, sit down.
Okay, thanks.
Well, how have you been anyway?
Pretty good. I'm trying to get a hold of you the last week or so. Hard to do. You're not in very much.
Yeah, pretty busy, Ken. That time of year, you know. Keeps you going.
Well, I don't want to waste any time. I'd like to know how the deal's working out, though. Going back east to Albany next month. I'd like to get the rest of my money if I could.
Just like I told you the last time, Ken. I'm sending the stuff north. I hope to hear in a couple of days.
Yeah, I know. That's what you told me before, but it was a pretty heavy job. I could use the money. I mean, if it wasn't so heavy, I wouldn't mind, but, well, I got it coming, I think.
Of course you do, Ken. There's no question there. It's just that I haven't got it right now. Believe me, you'd have it in a minute if it was mine to give.
Yeah, but that was the agreement, wasn't it? 500 before the job, 500 after. Happened last October. That's a...
How about it, Garvey? What do you say?
Ridiculous, that's all. Obvious fake.
You can look at the tape if you like, inspect it. You can check every one of those 25 reels. We'll play them for you if you want.
Fakes, bad ones at that. Now, look, I'll give you both a chance. Either you book me in on a charge or else release me. You try booking me in and I'll sue you for false arrest. I'll break you. I'll sue you blind. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Release me and I'll get back to work. I'll forget all about it. Now, you name it. Which one? Book me in or release me?
That's fair enough. You're giving us a choice.
You bet it's fair. You could get in a lot of hot water. Now, it's up to you. Which one?
You ran a bad bluff, mister.
What?
We're booking you in. Thursday, 3:55 p.m. Ed Jacobs and I continued questioning the robbery suspect, Ernest Garvey. Despite the evidence at hand, he still refused to admit any knowledge of the $20,000 jewel theft 9 months before. The questioning went on. Garvey's answers became more and more confused. We kept pressing, laying out the case against him step by step. 4:30 p.m. We stayed at it.
But it must have taken quite a bit of money, didn't it, Garvey? Your wife's new fur coat, new car for yourself. Where'd it come from?
Now, look, there has to be an answer. Where'd that money come from?
Simple. I borrowed it.
Where'd you borrow it?
Some of it from friends, some from the banks. I don't see how it concerns you.
How much money did you borrow?
Don't you think that's my business?
Wasn't it about $7,000? That about right?
Yes. No, it was more. What's the difference? It's my business.
Complete financial file on you, Garvey. Took us quite a few weeks getting it together. A lot of work.
You must like snooping in other people's affairs.
No, not especially. It's pretty dull. Here's a copy of your bank statement from the California bank. It's a photostat. Doesn't make much sense here.
What do you mean?
Well, we checked your income for that month. Amounted to $620.18. Now, how was that possible?
For your information, I made a loan that month. That's probably some of the loan money I deposited. I'd quit my old job that time. I was going in business for myself. I needed the money to redecorate the new store, the office. It's as simple as that.
Hmm. Photostat's your loan papers right here. The loan was for $2,000.
Yes?
A month before, February, you'd borrowed from another bank. Let's see. That was for $3,000. Made another one in April, too. That was for $1,500, different bank again.
Yes, that's right. Do we have to go over this line by line?
In 3 months, you made bank loans for $6,500. Now, besides that, in the same 3 months, you earned a total of $1,713.88. Now, together, that makes $8,213.88.
What's the point?
Copies of your bank statements, Garvey. You have 5 different savings accounts in 5 different banks. How do you explain that?
Garvey, any explanation?
It's almost 5 o'clock. Can I use the phone? I have to call my wife, let her know.
All right. You'll have to listen in on the extension. The conversation will be monitored.
Go ahead, I don't care.
Okay. You dial 9 to get an outside line.
Oh, yeah. Busy.
Photostats there if you want to examine them, Garvey.
I see them.
Well, you want to give us an explanation? You only had $8,200. How could you bank $11,000? It had to come from somewhere.
Purely a personal matter, that's all. I borrowed $3,000 from a brother of mine, lives back in Minnesota.
You'd already made 3 loans. Why'd you have to borrow from your brother? You mind telling us?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do mind.
Well, it still doesn't balance the books, Garvey. You earned and borrowed $8,200. You got another $3,000 from your brother, you say. That's $11,200. You banked $11,000.
Yes, that's right. You always have to repeat?
That'd leave you with $200. Did you and your family live for 3 months on $200?
Why not? That could easily be. A lot of people do it.
Yes, sir, but not your family.
I'm getting sick and tired of this. You trying to tell me you know my family better than I do, what they eat, what they spend, what it takes to support them?
We've been on this thing for 9 months, Garvey. We've put in a lot of hours, and we know your family pretty well. If you like, I'll tell you the last time you ordered steak from the meat market, when you paid your gas bill, the last time your wife bought a pair of shoes.
I guess this is standard procedure for you, threatening people?
We're not threatening you, Garvey. We're giving you facts.
Another file here. Took us over a month to get this one together. Complete record of your expenses from February 1st. Covers February, March, April, May, and June.
I hope the police department has a good lawyer, Sergeant. You've got fair warning. I'm going to sue you for your last dollar.
Now, you say you and your family lived 3 months on $200. That doesn't jibe with what we've got. You can take a look here if you want to. It's all there.
Lies, forgeries, it's all lies. I promise you're going to regret this.
There's a photostat here of the receipt for your wife's coat, Garvey. $1,612.34. That includes the tax paid in full. Photostat of the contract for your new car. Down payment, $2,000. Liquor bill for the big party you threw in March 20th. Liquor bill, $387. There's a catering bill here, $194. Full year's check for tuition, room, and board for your kids at that private school you sent them to. $1,864.07. That's only the beginning, Garvey. Comes to a lot more than $200. Have you heard enough?
I better try to get my wife again. I have to let her know.
All right, Ed, you want to get the extension?
Yeah, right. You dial 9 to get outside, Garvey.
Yeah, I know. Still talking. She might know I'm trying to get her, stupid.
Now, wait a couple of minutes. You'll get through.
Gabbing on the phone all day long, gab on the phone and play cards. It's all she ever does.
I've got some more figures for you here, Garvey. Be a good idea if you hear them. Bills for 2 more parties you threw last month. Food bills, liquor bills.
Why do you have to keep pushing that stuff at me? So you've been sneaking around finding out about my personal affairs. That's supposed to be good police work, is it? This the kind of thing they pay you for?
Now, look, you carried off a robbery, Garvey. We're giving you a chance to make a statement.
Why should I? What for? Give you a statement and have you twist it around, incriminate me? I haven't had anything to do with this kid, Tyson. Better make that call.
Dial 9 first.
I know. You told me.
What's wrong, Garvey?
What's the matter with her, stupid? She ought to know I'm trying to get her, stupid.
Dial 9.
I know.
One more recording you ought to hear. Just played part of it for you.
I don't want to hear it.
I'll play just a piece of it. Think you ought to hear it.
That the one from May 10th, is that it?
Yeah, uh-huh. Tyson and Garvey. Same place. The office.
But you told me on the phone.
Said you'd have the dough for me today. Now, wait a minute, Tyson. I didn't say that at all. I said maybe I'd have it for you. I didn't say definitely. Look, I can't give you what I haven't got.
I want the 500, Garvey. I need it. I stuck my neck out on a robbery job. I'd get 5 to life if the cops got me. You'd be clear.
Now, take it easy, will you, Ken?
Take it easy, nothing.
Well, it couldn't be any plainer. What do you say?
In a minute, just a minute. She was never satisfied. She never could be satisfied. Always more. She always had to have something else.
How do you mean, your wife?
Playing cards and gabbing on the phone, that's all. She kept writing me day in and day out. I wasn't making enough money. She didn't have any clothes. The kids ought to go to a better school. We ought to have a new house. On and on and on. I ought to go in business for myself, make money, lots of money, same thing all the time. Talk, talk, talk. There's only so much you can take.
You figured the robbery had solved the problem, is that it?
I guess so. I'd have tried anything just to shut her up, get her off my back for a while. I guess you got Tyson, huh? The other man, too, Fred Lawrence.
They were picked up this afternoon. Lawrence at the airport, Tyson in a show downtown, all 3 of you.
What about your wife, Garvey? She know you planned the robbery?
I didn't tell her. I think she knows, though. Pretty sure she does. Maybe she'll be satisfied now. Lousy money. She had to have it. Didn't even leave me enough to pay off that kid Tyson. Private school for the children. Wall-to-wall carpets in the house. New dishwasher, new coat, new car, everything. She just had to have them. You want to take me, book me in? I don't care.
All right. We'll stop off down the hall. Take your statement.
Sure. I don't care.
All right, let's go.
Oh, say, just a minute, huh?
Yeah?
It'll only take a minute. Yeah. That's what I figured.
On November 4th, trial was held in Superior Court, Department 87, City and County of Los Angeles, State of California. In a moment, the results of that trial. The the suspect was tried and convicted of robbery in the first degree, which is punishable by imprisonment from 5 years to life.